Okay, so for the part 5 of the calculator technique series for advanced engineering math or advanced math, we'll now be talking about the Fourier transform. So the different techniques in which we can solve or get the Fourier transform and the inverse Fourier transform of a given function by just using our calculator techniques or just using our scientific calculators. So just a brief introduction about Fourier transform. So the main concept of Fourier transform is it tries to decompose a signal or get the different component frequency of a particular input signal in time domain. So the Fourier transform of a function is defined by this equation here, in which our input are in the time domain. Then we have also here a kernel function e raised to negative I omega t. And then our limits is from negative infinity to positive infinity. So, and the inversion formula, or if we want to get the inverse Fourier transform of a particular Fourier transform, the formula becomes this one. If we want to get the function in time domain again, so we can use this formula to get the inverse Fourier transform. And then this is your Fourier transform. Okay? So, gagamitin natin itong dalawang formula na to mamaya. Mag-a-assign lang ulit tayo ng mga values dun sa iba't ibang ah, parameter dito na hindi pwedeng i-process ng calculus such as itong limits niya na negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay? So, the first two example will be about getting the Fourier transform and then the last example will be about getting the inverse Fourier transform. Okay, so let's start with our first example. Find the Fourier transform of f of t, which is equal to e raised to negative 3, the absolute value of t. So the first step is we assign values for the limits. So in this particular problem or particular topic, yung negative infinity and yung positive infinity, pinapalitan natin to na negative 25 and positive 25. Okay? And then, if babalikan natin yung formula, so dito sa formula, meron ka ditong involved na omega t or omega. No? And then may imaginary number tayo doon. So hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung imaginary pag nag integrate tayo. So in this case, pwede natin i-convert itong exponential term into its equivalent trigonometric format in terms of cosine and sine. And then, isi-simplify natin yung formula na to. So in that case, if gagamitin natin yung concept na yon, yung formula ng Fourier transform will be integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of f of t multiplied by the equivalent of the exponential term, which is cosine negative omega t plus j sine, negative omega t. And then, dt. So, i-multiply natin yung given function dito sa cosine negative omega t and j sine omega t. So, if i-simplify natin to gamit yung different properties ng cosine and sine in terms of the angle, sine ng angle, pwede natin to i-convert into this format. So, f of t multiplied by cosine omega t, and then yung negative sign will be negative j or I sine omega t. So, para lang magtulad yung angle, dt. Okay? So, this will now be your formula uh, for this uh, for this particular problem. And then, pwede natin i-distribute yung integral sign. So, papalitan ko na rin yung limits natin dito na negative 25 and positive 25. So, we'll have integral from negative 25 to positive 25 of f of t, which is itong exponential term. So, we have here e, negative 3, absolute value of t, multiplied by cosine omega t minus Pwede natin i-factor out yon. Integral from -25 to 25 of -3 absolute value of t sine omega t. And then, naka-dt ka dito. Okay, so dt. Hindi na nakita. Okay, so ito yung tatype natin sa calcu. And then may makukuha tayong sagot. And pag sa-solve nito, hindi pwedeng sabay. So, kailangan mo munang unahin yung real part. So, ito muna yung itatype mo. And then, store the value sa any variable. And then, ito. Kasi hindi tayo pwede mag-integrate pag may imaginary number. Mumultiply na lang natin yung sagot dito sa second part nung I or j dito sa formula. Okay? So, punta tayo sa calcu. Okay, so pag gagamitin natin yung calcu to get the integral of this particular topic, for this particular topic, dapat naka-line mode tayo or naka-line format kasi masyadong matagal pag nag-integrate ka from -25 to +25. So, lipat tayo sa line format and then integrate tayo, integral of e is -3t, sorry, raised to -3 absolute value of t. So, x. And then multiply by cosine. Okay, so dito sa omega, I forgot to mention kanina na mag-a-assign ka rin dito ng value. So, yung omega, assign tayo ng 0.5. So, ito fix na to. So, itong mga values na to, yan na yung lagi natin gagamitin. So, omega will be 0.5 and then yung negative infinity will be -25 and then the positive infinity will be +25. So, we'll have 0.5x. Okay? And then, kulang ata ako ng parenthesis. Comma, -25, +25. So, same pa rin. We have our tolerance of 0.1. Okay, plus equal. So, we'll have 0.6486. So, let's store this sa A. So, that will be the real part of your answer. So, for the imaginary part, papalitan lang natin dito yung cosine. Wala. Okay, so papalitan lang natin dito yung cosine ng sine. And then multiply by negative. Okay? Yun lang naman yung difference niya eh. Yung same limit, press equal. So we'll get 0. So meaning walang imaginary part. So yung sagot mo dito will just be 0.6486. 6486. Okay? So tatandaan natin to kasi i-compare natin yung value na yan dun sa choices. Once na pinalta natin yung choices ng value of 0.5 for omega. So ang gagawin natin, we'll evaluate each choices at omega of 0.5. So for letter A, we have, naka-align mo format ako. So you have negative 3 over omega squared plus 9 plus calc. So omega is 0.5. Okay, divide by the value na nakastore sa A, dapat mag-1. So hindi. So proceed ka sa letter B. So it's positive 6. Calc, divide by nakastore sa A. Okay, so almost 1. So ideally, ito na yung sagot. Ito na dapat yung sagot, no? Although if we try letter C, dapat hindi siya magwawan din. Okay, so hindi to equal yan. Okay, so hindi rin siya yung sagot. And even letter D. Okay, so divide alpha A. Kasi magne-negative to. Okay, negative 1. So, tamang sagot will be letter B kasi siya lang yung nag-1 pag dinivide natin sa nakuha natin kanina. Okay? So that will be your answer for the first example for this topic, Caltech for Fourier transform. Okay. So we have alternative solution. So this is your first option or probably second option. No? Kasi mas madali itong second technique eh. Although itong second technique hindi siya applicable sa lahat. Pero itong first technique na tinuro ko ngayon, applicable yan sa lahat ng given function. So the second technique, okay, suburahin ko lang ulit to. So same concept, mag-a-assign tayo ng negative infinity is equal to 25 negative. And then yung positive infinity is positive 25. Pero, yung general formula kasi natin ng Fourier transform, ito yung ginamit natin. Integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of f of t e negative I o j omega t dt. No? So these are general formula to get the function. So, ang ginawa natin kanina, yung omega, sinet natin ng 0.5. But in the second technique, yung I omega will be equal to 0.5. Okay, so meaning, yung hindi na natin gagamitin yung trigonometric function na equivalent ng exponential term. Kasi ang gagamitin na lang natin dito is ilelet na natin yung entire I omega as 0.5. So meaning yung I or j omega will be equal to 0.5. So yun na yun. So hindi mo na kailangan gamitin yung property ng exponential or convert yung exponential term, ito, into its equivalent cosine and or cosine or trigonometric function. So, idediretso na natin to sa negative 25 to positive 25 of f of t, that is e raised to negative 3 absolute value of t multiplied by e negative 0.5 t dt. So this will be your general equation now without using the cosine and sine function. And then, using our calcu, pwede natin to isolve. So integral of, okay, so of e raised to negative 3 absolute value of x. Okay? And then multiply by e raised to negative 0.5 x. And then comma for the limits, negative 25, positive 25, and then 0.1. So press equal. We'll get 0.6857. So let's store this to A. And then since ang inassign natin dun sa ang inassign natin na 0.5 is kasama yung imaginary number. So, pag evaluate ng choices, your omega will be 0.5 over the imaginary number. So, ito yung isa-substitute natin dito sa A, B, C, D. Okay, so iisa-isain ulit natin yung choices. So, punta tayo sa mode 2 and then type. Okay, so gawin na natin siyang math format para mas madali. So, -3 over omega squared, so x squared, plus 9. Press calc. So, yung x natin will be 0.5 over I. So, we'll get -12 over 35. So, divide by the volume nakastore sa A. So, hindi siya equal. So, proceed ka sa letter B, which is 6. Press calc. Divide by nakastore sa A. Dapat mag-1 to. Okay, so almost equal na siya 1.9999. So, that will be your answer. Okay, so you have two options to get the Fourier transform of a given function in time domain. The first one is we assign 0.5 to the omega variable, or yung second option is isasama natin yung imaginary sign dun sa pag-assign or imaginary number dun sa pag-assign ng 0.5. Which is mas simple siya kasi hindi mo na kailangan gamitin yung equivalent ng exponential term na to in terms of cosine and sine. So mas magiging mabilis. Ang consequence lang is hindi laging applicable yung ganitong format, no? So magdedepende sa choices. Okay, so may mga instances lang na applicable yung sagot natin pag yung in-evaluate mo yung choices, lahat magre-real number siya. Kasi minsan, pag pinaltan mo ng value na to yung nasa choices, hindi siya magre-real number eh. So hindi nag-applicable yung ganitong format, yung option 2. So proceed ka sa option 1. Okay? So dapat alam mo parehas. Okay, next, another example. So find the Fourier transform of f of t, e raised to 2t, and then if t is less than 0, and then e raised to -t if t is greater than 0. So in this example, we have two different functions for different values of t. If t is negative, then ang value ng function is e raised to 2t. If t is positive, so we have e raised to -t. So kailangan lang ma-analyze mo siya ng tama, no? So basically, yung limits mo is magbe-base dito. O yung limits na gagamitin mo dito, naka-base doon sa condition na binigay niya. So yung general formula ulit natin ng Fourier transform is negative infinity to positive infinity of f of t e negative j omega t dt. So dito, pwede natin gamitin yung second technique kasi pag titingnan mo yung choices, exactly magkakatabi lagi yung I omega. So meaning, pag pinaltang ko to ng 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, yung magiging sagot ko, real value lagi. So pwedeng gamitin, no? So hindi mo lang kasi pwedeng gamitin yung second option. Pag nag-substitute ka dito ng value for omega or j omega, yung magiging resulting value niya is hindi real number. Okay? So in this case, real number yung magiging resulting value. So pwede natin gamitin yung option 2. So meaning, this will now be equal to -25 to +25 f of t e -0.5 t dt. So in this case, yung j omega, pinalitan na natin ng 0.5. Okay, then, i-apply na natin yung given function. So, ibig sabihin, sabi niya, we have this e raised to 2t as value if t is less than 0, ibig sabihin pag negative. So, pwede kong paghiwalayin yung limits na -25 to 0. Ang value ko dito ng function is e raised to 2t. And then, nakamultiply pa rin ako dun sa e -0.5 t dt. Plus, from 0 to +25, this will represent all the positive numbers or positive values and limit. So, ang given function natin is e negative t multiplied by e negative 0.5t dt. Okay, so lahat ng t magiging x sa calcu and then solve. So, dapat naka-line format ulit tayo para mas mabilis. So, punta tayo kay calcu. Okay, so punta tayo sa mode 1. Then, line format. Okay, so integral of e raised to 2x and then e raised to negative 0.5x. So, ang limits natin dito is negative 25 to 0 and then 0.1. Okay? So, press equal. We'll get 0.667. So, store natin sa A kasi i-add natin yan sa result mamaya ng isa. And then, integral ulit. So, same function. Ito lang magiging na tong negative. Pero same multiplier to. And then, limits, this will be from 0 to 25. Slash comma. Okay? Press equal. Okay, so same values if store to B. Then add natin silang dalawa. So this will be the actual equivalent. Store natin sa C. So sa C natin i-compare yung mga nasa choices. Okay, so isa-isahin natin yung bawat choice. So, mode 1 na tayo. Sa mode 1 pala. I mean, math para mas mabilis. So type natin 3 over 2 minus, 2 minus x. So yung j omega, gagawin ko na lang siyang x kasi parehas naman sila, no? So same lang. Same concept. Magiging 0.5. When x is 0.5. So we'll get 4 over 3. Divide natin doon sa nakuha natin sa C. Okay, so exactly 1. So meaning A ang sagot natin dito. Try din natin yung iba. Yung letter B kung iba siya. Press calc. Divide C. Okay, so hindi. 0.6. So ganun din yung mangyayari sa option C and D. No? So pwede ka na tumigil na kasi exactly 1 na yung letter A. So your answer here will be letter A. Okay? Okay, so for this next problem, I think this is the last sample problem for the topic of Fourier transform. So we are tasked to find the inverse Fourier transform of the given function in the omega as your variable involved. So the given is 1 over 4 plus omega squared. And kailangan nating hanapin yung inverse Fourier transform niya in terms of t or the time. So dito, kailangan ulit natin gamitin or kailangan natin gamitin yung formula for the inverse Fourier transform which is given by this equation, f of t is equal to the 1 over 2 pi integral from negative infinity to positive infinity of the given function multiplied by the exponential term raised to I or j omega t d omega. So mag-i-integrate tayo with respect to omega variable. And yung makukuha natin sagot is in time domain or t. So ang first step is palitan natin yung negative infinity at positive infinity na negative 25 and positive 25. And then dito, ang i-assign na ngayon natin, papalitan natin ng value is yung variable t. Kasi yun yung hindi involved sa integration. So magle-let tayo ng value for t as 0.5. Similar do kanina lang ang pinalitan natin yung omega ng 0.5. And then yung negative infinity will be negative 25. Positive infinity will be positive 25. Okay? Okay, so we'll have 1 over 2 pi integral from negative 25 to positive 25 of the given function. So we have 1 over 4 plus omega squared multiply by e raised to 0.5 j omega, then d omega. Okay? So the problem here is hindi tayo pwede mag-integrate dito sa may exponential term na part kasi may imaginary number tayo. So kailangan ulit natin gamitin yung equivalent to exponential term in terms of sine and cosine. So dito papalitan natin yung exponential term na equivalent niya using the sine and cosine identity. So yung e raised to 0.5 j omega will now be equal to cosine, the angle, which is 0.5 omega plus the imaginary number sine 0.5 omega. So gagamitin natin to. Okay? So substitute natin dito. So we'll have 1 over 2 pi multiply by the integral of negative 25 to positive 25 of 1 over 4 plus omega squared multiply by cosine 0.5 omega plus j sine 0.5 omega and d omega. Okay, so kailangan na lang natin i-distribute yung integral sign, ito mga constants at yung given function dun sa loob ng parenthesis ni cosine and sine. So we'll have 1 over 2 pi times the integral of negative 25 to 25 of, so this will now be cosine 0.5 omega divided by 4 plus omega squared plus j multiply 1 over 2 pi integral negative 25 to positive 25 of sine 0.5 omega all over 4 plus omega squared. So this may d omega ka dito and then dito rin mayroon ka d omega. Okay, so ito yung itatype natin sa calcu, which is dapat yung calculator natin naka-line format pa rin para mas mabilis. Okay, so integral, sorry, may constant tayo sa labas. So 1 over 2 pi, then naka-multiply siya sa integral of cosine 0.5x over 4 plus x squared. Okay, so limits negative 25, positive 25, and then we have a tolerance of 0.1. So press equal. So we'll get 0.09175. So let's store this A. So this is the real part or the real component of the imaginary number na sagot. And then uulitin natin yung process for the sign. So papaltan lang natin tong cosine ng sign. Yeah. Okay? So since same limits, may imaginary number lang yon. Okay, so we'll have 0. So automatic, yung imaginary component nung sagot is 0. So meron lang tayo real part na nakastore sa letter A. So yun na yun. Kailangan na lang natin i-compare yung sagot na yun dun sa choices. So let's start with, balik ako sa math format para mas mabilis. Let's start with letter A. So we have E raised to 2 absolute value of t all over 4. Press calc when x is 0.5. So we'll have 0.67. Divide natin ang A kung magawa 1. So hindi. Proceed ka sa B. So negative lang to. Okay, so almost have a 1.00. So I think ito yung pinakamalapit na. So pwede pa rin naman natin i-try yung letter C. Pero I think dito, pwede ka lang tumigil sa letter B kasi almost 1 na siya. So yung letter C is So, 0.037 divide natin ng A. Okay, so malayo, 0.4. Same goes for letter D. Magpa-positive lang yung taas na exponent. So, divide A. Okay, so 8.1. So, malayo. So, closest will be letter B. Siya yung pinakamalapit sa 1 pag dinivide natin yung dalawang sagot. So, the answer will be letter B. Okay? So, that will be all for Fourier transform. So, thank you again for watching. Comment lang pag may tanong. Bye.